two candidates. Same role, same offer. One negotiates and increases their salary. The other negotiates and loses the opportunity. What made the difference? It wasn't confidence. It was timing. If you think you should always negotiate, this is where most people go wrong. Because negotiation is not a rule. It's a decision. And knowing when to negotiate and when not to is what separates strategic professionals from reactive ones. Welcome to Work Ready Hub, where we break down remote work, career growth, and how to position yourself for long-term success. Today, we're going to break down exactly when negotiation works in your favor, when it doesn't, and how to approach it without damaging your opportunities. Section 1. Negotiation is about leverage, not confidence. Most people approach negotiation thinking it's about confidence. But confidence without leverage doesn't move anything. Leverage is what gives you negotiation power. It comes from being a strong candidate the company wants, having alternatives or other offers, possessing in-demand skills, clearly demonstrating your value. Before you negotiate, you need to understand your position. If your leverage is strong, negotiation becomes expected. If it's weak, your approach needs to be more careful. Section 2. The best time to negotiate. The most powerful moment to negotiate is after you receive the offer. Before the offer, you're still being evaluated. After the offer, the company has already decided they want you. That shift changes everything. Now you're no longer competing, you're being selected. This is where your leverage peaks. And this is why negotiating at this stage is both effective and expected in most professional environments. Section 3. When you should negotiate. There are clear situations where negotiation makes sense. If you have strong market data showing the offer is below industry range, you have a solid foundation. If you have multiple offers, your leverage increases significantly. If your skills are in high demand, companies are more willing to adjust. And if the company signals flexibility, phrases like, "we're open to discussion," or "this is an initial offer," that's an opportunity. In these situations, negotiation is not risky. It's strategic. Section 4. When you should be careful. There are also situations where negotiation needs a more controlled approach. If the budget is fixed, pushing aggressively won't change the outcome. If you don't have alternatives, your leverage is limited. If the offer is already strong or above market, pushing further may not be necessary. And if you've already negotiated once, continuing to push without new justification can create friction. This is where awareness matters more than action. Section 5. What you can negotiate beyond salary. Salary is only one part of the offer. In many cases, other areas are more flexible. You can negotiate signing bonuses, performance bonuses, remote flexibility, learning and development budgets, additional leave, even your job title. If salary is locked, these elements can still significantly increase your overall value. Section 6. Timing mistakes that cost you. One of the biggest mistakes is negotiating too early. If you bring up compensation before the company sees your value, you weaken your position. Another mistake is negotiating without information. If you don't understand market rates or your own value, you're guessing. And a common one, accepting too quickly. When you accept immediately, you remove any opportunity for improvement. Even taking time to review the offer creates space for negotiation. Section 7. How to negotiate without damaging the relationship. Negotiation should feel collaborative, not confrontational. Instead of demanding more, position your request professionally. For example, based on my research and the value I bring, is there flexibility to adjust the offer? This approach shows awareness and respect. It keeps the relationship intact while still opening the door for discussion. Section 8. Reading company signals. Companies often give subtle signals about whether negotiation is possible. If they use open language, encourage questions, or delay finalizing the offer, there's usually flexibility. If they use strict language like "this is final" or reference fixed policies, flexibility is limited. Your job is to read these signals and adjust your approach. Section 9. Negotiation is a long-term skill. Negotiation is not just about one offer. It's a skill that compounds over time. Professionals who understand timing, build leverage, and communicate value effectively tend to earn significantly more across their careers. It's not about one conversation. It's about consistency. Section 10. When non-negotiating is the smart move. Sometimes the best decision is not to negotiate. If you're entering a new field, gaining critical experience, or joining a company with strong long-term growth, the opportunity itself may be more valuable than a short-term increase. Strategic restraint is still a form of strategy. Remote careers reward people who think long-term. Negotiation is not about always asking for more. It's about knowing when it makes sense. When you understand timing, leverage, and positioning, you stop reacting and start making calculated decisions that move your career forward. If you want to go deeper and learn how to position yourself for promotions, higher-paying roles, and long-term growth in remote work, check out the Remote Promotion Blueprint in the description. And if you want more strategic insights like this on remote work, IT careers, and professional growth, subscribe to WorkReady Hub.